So far so good with that. Next up, and I'm going again in the process that you would follow when you're actually building camera. So next, you're gonna grab the camera, which is right here. It's got a nice little handle on it. It's got a V-lock. It's called a V-lock because it looks like a V. And that V right there, there's a V groove here in the top. So you line up that V with the V-lock of the quick release plate. Then in the back, there's a groove that you push forward to line up with this screw. When that happens, you're gonna hear a click. That tells you the camera is now engaged. That means it's nice and tight and secure in there. All right, good. Now that it's nice and tight and secure, the next steps is to build the camera from front to back. That's what I recommend. So in order to build it from front to back, you're gonna have to consider if you are doing a studio camera build or a handheld camera build and what type of lens you're using. So we have prime lenses here. So this is a 35mm prime lens. Smaller and lighter than a zoom lens. So this is the zoom lens down here. This is a Canon 30-105 zoom lens. Retail value is around $30,000 for this lens right here. So why does it matter? Well, for one, one's way bigger than the other, and one weighs a lot more than the other lens. So you're gonna have to configure it differently depending on what lens you're using. All right, so first, we're gonna do the studio build, and then we can move into the handheld build. Cool? First off, let's go ahead and use a prime lens. The reason it's different is because they also use different rod sizes. So that's the next step in the camera build. Pro tip, make sure you close all the latches of any case, because you wouldn't want this open and then to grab it and it falls on the ground. You're gonna have $30,000 of lens on the ground. So I don't think your deposit would cover that. It's a little outside the range. All right, so the rods. These are standard 15mm rods. That refers to the diameter of the rod. There's 19mm. So when you go to a rental house, make sure to ask for the right size rod for your camera and your matte box. Here at SCC, we happen to have 15mm, so you don't have to worry about the sizes or the diameter of it. So lengthwise, these are 6-inch rods, and these are 12-inch rods. 6-inch is fine for the prime lenses. So these lenses, you could use the shorter rods. For the zoom, you have to use the 12-inch rods. And here's a little trick with these short rods. You don't want to push it all the way to the back. It's not going to give you enough room to build out the follow focus and to build out the matte box on it. So you actually want to push that out to where it hits, where it essentially reaches the edge of the rod holder. See that? So not in, but right there towards the edge. This video. Next step, so for building from front to back, we're gonna want the follow focus unit. So let's get a nice close shot of this. It's a little intimidating because there's a lot of cables in there. There's a lot of other tools, but essentially the main things you have to worry about are your motors. So this motor, this one's assigned to focus. This one's assigned to zoom. Here we have this follow focus unit. This will actually help you pull focus on the camera. We have various batteries to power the handheld unit and various cables to provide power and data to the motors, specifically to the motors, right? Cool. All right, so with the prime lenses, the only factor you have to worry about is focus. You don't have to worry about zoom because there's no zoom on the lens. One pro tip regarding handling lenses, you want to make sure the person you hand it to, it be the first AC or second AC, knows they have it. So one thing you could say, ask it as a question, got it? Question, and then once Ryan has it, he'll say, got it. Cool? So just as a question and then as a statement, right? Cool. So, perfect. So I'll take it from you. Got it. This back here, this is the back cap of the lens. This is the front cap of the lens. This is the body cap of the lens. So the body cap goes to the body, the back cap is on the back of the lens, the front cap is on the front part of the lens. So you want to put the back cap back into the lens case, and we'll close it up. Make sure to close the latch. And then the body cap, go ahead and go lefty-loosey. So we could untighten that. There's little grooves here on the lens. So these grooves here line up with this pin right there on the lens. Pro tip, keep the top part of the lens that says Carl Zeiss facing up on the camera. That way you will always have your focus mark and your aperture mark on the left side of the camera, which is also known as the smart side of the camera. It's the smart side because that's where the operator is, so they could see the they could see the focus distance, the f-stop, and all the controls. Yeah? Okay. So then righty-tighty, we're going to tighten that up. That is now out on there. The body cap goes with the camera case. The lens cap goes with the lens case.